Okay guys, if you didn't watch last week's episode, I'm going to put a link in it right here. This is part 2 of that yard. It was an incredible yard. Virgin yard, never been hit before. Actually, it had been hit by a guy, but he had a very cheap detector. Most of the targets were 6 to 8 inches deep, and it was loaded. Incredible yard. Mike and I had such a good time. Hope you enjoy this. This is part 2, where we didn't get to finish the yard last week. So at the end of the video, I will have you a grand total of everything that we found out of that one yard. Now here's the kicker. When we first showed up, the guy wasn't home. So we went and got another permission, then piddled around a little bit for I don't know, 20 minutes at a park till he came home. So just an incredible hunt. I wish every yard was like this. No, if it was like this, I'd probably get bored with it. No, I wouldn't. Enjoy. Oh, Mike and I are out hitting it again, waiting on the house from last week to get home. We were a little bit early this morning, so we got a new permission. My first decent target. I've dug some junk, but my first decent target rang up like a lower Indian, and it's a pocket knife. Now Mikey's already got one weedy on the board. Oh, looks like this might be in decent shape. Nah, it's broke a little. Pretty well built unit right there, actually. Mike's wheat was only a few inches deep, about 4 inches deep, and it was a 1911, so that's a good sign. This one's got a, not sure if it's an old timer. Can't tell. Anyway, it's a cool knife. I'll put it with the knife display, of course. Well, I too am on the board with a coin, and I'm thinking mine's going to be a wheat. It was fairly deep down there, though. About 6 inches. I just popped her up. 1136, 1139 it rang, but it high toned, which is usually what a wheat will do, unlike an Indian. And that is going to be a wheat. You see it right there. Let's see if we can get a date while we've got you here. Can I see anything on it? Give it a couple more little wipes. How about now? 20 something? We'll check it a little bit later, but I think it's a 1920s wheat cent. We'll take it. Okay, I was just a couple steps from that last wheat penny, and I got another signal that was fairly similar. And this one is a modern penny. Let's go over to Mikey. I checked a signal for him. He had a really good signal, 1245, 1246 at 4 and 5 inches. He's doing a live dig on it. Let's tune in with him.
I missed it.
Did you miss it?
It's right where you told me. I think it's back this way a little. There it is.
Yeah, right where I told you.
It's off to the side a little bit. That already got it.
Quit pressing everything.
Nope.
Oh.
It's right in there.
It's clad quarter.
That's a
Doggone
clad
it.
quarter.
Or is it a largie?
No, it's clad quarter.
Clad quarter. That's a good signal, though.
Oh well.
Well, since there's not a lot of targets here, I'm just going to show you everything I dig. This was an Indian signal. It was right on top of a crawdad hole. You see? I actually scooted all the goo away. Crawdad hole went right down there. I just pulled it out. It's a penny, and it looks like it's going to be a zinc, all rusted up. So that stinks. Coming around the corner. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. He's ready. There it is. Shaking his head. I'm all the way at the back part of the property. This was a 1244 and then a 1243 signal. It was really tight and it sounded really good. The only thing is it was under roots, so I could have scratched it. I don't know. It was just I had to pry from either side just to get it out from underneath the root, which is kind of common around trees. Also common to find silver around trees because people sit under the shade like I'm doing right now. So anyway, it took me a little bit to get it out. It was underneath this root here, and oh sorry, it'd help if I showed you. It was underneath this root right here, so I pried it out, kicked it up and pinpointed, and it sits right here, and I don't know what it is. I would assume it's probably a Roosevelt, wouldn't you, Mike, just from the age we've been digging? Or
Yeah, I haven't got anything other than that one we had.
it could be a Merc, I guess.
Yeah, could be.
But it showed 6 inches, and it was about right there. So
6 inches.
yeah, it's a Rosie. We're not gonna ring up 44, 43,
There you go.
58. So
Silver, number one.
it is silver number one, but I don't know that I want to stay here super long if that's what I'm gonna find. Not saying anything's bad about silver, but I like finding older stuff. That's just me. I'm crazy that way. 58. Well, I am directly on the other side of the tree where I just found that Rosie. I came around this way, just circling the tree. Got another high tone. This one rang up 1242. I just popped it out from underneath roots. What do you think it is? I dinged it a little bit, it looks like. It's a Merc. So this one's going to be a Mercury, which I'm pleased with. That's why it rang up just a hair different. Kind of similar, but a little different. See if we can get a date off of it. Boy, that squirty squirt sure does smell good. Dry it off real quick. Alrighty, let's take a look at this pretty baby. My favorite. This is the one Mikey says I always dig. This is actually the one he always digs, the 44. I usually get the 42. Does it have a mint mark on there, anybody see? I cannot. It might be one. Anyway, beautiful little Merc. See if there's any more around here. Alright, still working around this tree back here. I had a 1242 signal. It showed 3 inches. It wound up being about 5. I don't know what it is. It just popped up. It kind of looks like a fob, maybe, of some sort. Oh, it's going to be a Mason. It is a fob. Cool. Don't know that it's going to be super old. Let me see if I can clean it up and I'll show it to you. Hang on. Okay, guys, I got it cleaned up. This thing is cool. It's got the Mason signal on this side, or sign on this side. It says Grand Lodge, Wichita, Kansas, 1913. That is a great piece of history right there. Not sure what these letters stand for out here, but anyway, cool Mason's pen or fob. Love it. I am still back here working around this tree. Found the Rosie about there, Merc on the other side of that down log, and that fob over there. Had a 1241 signal. It's deeper than it said, of course. And it got me a little harness buckle. Not sure if it's got anything on it or not. It might be zoomed in too much. See if I can zoom out. I can't zoom out much more. It doesn't look like this one's got anything on it. Normally they'll have a heart or something like that. This one is heartless, as far as I can tell. Hey, it's actually got writing on there. It's got a design. Let me see what I can see on it. Okay, it wasn't writing, it was just grooves. Wishful thinking on my part. I've worked the backyard here, leaving the clothesline for Mikey. Hopefully he can get on something there. I had a deep signal here. This one rang up 1242. Didn't show that deep, but check out the fancy on this escutcheon, I guess is what it is. That has got some intricate little cool stuff on it, and I like stuff like that. We'll clean it up. Hopefully it'll display nicely. Well, if you guys recognize that tree from last episode, you know we're at it again. I was heading towards that tree from the truck, but had to stop for this Indian signal, which I just pulled out from about 6 inches. And it is. I can see it already from the back. Sweet, sweet, sweet. We have been so excited about getting back here all week. That was an 1880 something. Hard to see right now. You guys see it all right? 18, yeah. Anyway, I'm loving it. See if we can get tons more. Old coins in every hole, you know that. Alrighty, well, second hole. Another Indian signal. Check it out. I believe it to be anyway. Off a green, oh yeah. Whoops. That's a nice, good green one. It's got a dink out of the down here. Something stuck to it. Well, maybe it's not a dink. If you guys know what a dink is, that's a little sticking up part. This is another 1800s. Trying to get to the sun where we can see it. I think it is. Might be a 70 something. If so, that's awesome. Alright guys, third hole. Just got it out of the clod. What's it going to be? Could have gone either way. With the numbers it gave, I think this is a wheat. Yes. This one's going to be a wheat, which is going to give me a 3-2 lead as far as Weedy King goes. So, woohoo! On the board with a wheat. And guess what? I got like 2 more signals right here. I'm going to hit. Yep, I'm working around this tree again. I took a section up here and Mike's got free rein everywhere else. I had a 1237 signal. Just popped it out. Looks like I hit it with my shovel. And wheat or Indian? What is it? Oh, it's an Indian. I can see it already. And I scratched the green patina off of it. Oh man. Well, you guys can see it's an Indian. I'll put the date up there for you, because this one's going to be hard to clean. Love it though. Woohoo! Oh, I also dug a wheat a while ago, so I have 2 out of this yard so far. Smoking him. Alright, I'm not far from where I found, actually, I can see my steps coming in, so I turned right before this, but I dug an Indian not far from here. Just pulled out this clump, and something's in there. Thought I'd expose it with you, if I can. Not in there. Straight. Oh, there, I can see the edge right there, see it? That's got to be an Indian too. Yep, there's my man right there. Or actually, I think that's Lady Liberty with a headdress on. If I remember reading correctly. See if I can get a little dirt off of it real quick. Just to get you, of course I got dirt off of it everywhere except the date. Maybe you guys can see through it there. I'll put it up for you anyway. But happy as all get out. That's 4 Indians. 2 wheat so far. Love it. Oh, Mikey's coming to see me because I had a 1240, 1241 signal at 8 inches.
That ring out.
12. Would you take those head buds out? Because you can't hear a thing I say.
I can't.
Oh, you have to yell at you. I'm waking people up in their house.
I can't hear nothing.
He's got noise canceling headphones. This rang 1240, 1241, Mike. And I saw the silver edge to it right here.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a deep one. And it's not far from where I found the barber. So I'm kind of hoping for at least that. That would be sweet. That would be, it's a barber.
Yep, barber. Good job, dude.
Still purty, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. How deep was that? About 7?
Like I've said twice now, Mike, it was 8 inches.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, most everything I'm getting deep too.
Yeah, how many Indians you got?
3.
Do you really?
Yeah, how many you got?
4.
You got 4?
That's 14 we've taken out of this yard. Wow, that's a 1902. That's exactly what I found last time out of this yard. So that's good. I got a Rosie, I got a Merc, and I have a barber. You know what's next? Let's get after it. Well, I'm working my way around the back of the house. Mikey hunted around the faucet there, the pump, and so I'm working my way around to the shade tree over here. It's 90 degrees today. It's hot, but I had 1136 signal, which had 5 inches on it, or I might have left it, because that sometimes is a zinc, but it looks green, and it is an Indian. It is an Indian. Boy, it's kind of in rough shape. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get you a date unless you guys can see it, because I sure can't. Get you in the sunlight. Maybe get the right glare on it. Huh. This is about where a pool sat at one time, I know that. So anyway, that's Indian number 5. Mikey's got 3 I know of. So that's 8, and we dug 7 here last time. So 15 Indian yard, you don't find those much. Woohoo! Well, I'm almost right up against that pump, and I know Mikey was back here. I'm not sure if he just missed this or skipped it because it wasn't super deep. But I just popped out what could be, but probably isn't. But it is a wheat. I know he wouldn't have skipped a wheat. I don't think he would have anyway. I gotta be in the lead, but you gotta watch that rascal. He's so sneaky. Sneaky. We'll check in here in a minute. Trying not to pass out from heat, but man, it's hot. Now I just dug what I thought was going to be a nickel. Turned out to be one of those little bat wing fold up can tops. Came over here, had an 1138, 1137 signal, 5 inches. Just knew it was going to be an Indian. I pop out a clod and pinpoint it, and look right there, guys. That's a nickel.
No.
So what is that about? Or is it?
No.
No, it's going to be a token. Huh. It says audio.
No.
Let me clean it up real quick and see what I can find. Alright. It's just a gaming token at Paddocks. Good for 1 free play. So, still a cool token. Never seen it before, so I'll take it. I kid you not, I have been all around this tree right here. And how I missed this signal. Maybe I just hit it from the right way. I hit it when I was on this side, worked my way back, and look there, guys. I just popped out a silver. It looks like a 1-dimer. Could this be the one that gives me the quadfecta? Can you guys tell? Does it look like an old one? I think it is. Oh my goodness, I think it is. Oh, can't tell. Here we go. Oh, I can't tell. Oh, it's another barber. Well, that's a slick one. If that's another 1902, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think it's a 03. So that's better than a 02 because I got 2 of those already out of this yard. 1903 and a slicky. Whew, I tell you what, it's only like 2:30 right now, but I am beat down and I'm actually done. I'm going to sit here in the shade for a while. Hey, Mike.
Hey.
We're tired.
I am.
But I did have a 12. I just dug a wheat. I had a 1242 signal, and it was deeper than it said. And look what I got right there, guys.
What is it?
I don't know. It's big. It's coin looking, isn't it?
No.
No? Oh.
What is it?
What is it? It says what it is on it, I bet you. Huh. Something Michigan.
Carp plate?
You got, I don't know, it's got 3 little prongs on this side. Mikey, I think I'm done.
Okay.
Grand Rapids, Michigan is what it says. That's cool.
Yeah.
Michigan's always bringing their stuff down here for us. Kellogg stuff. Now this. What are we going to do with them? Bunch of litter bugs. I was just telling Mikey that my day would not be complete without digging an old nickel. Now I don't know if this is one, but it sure rang up like one. It came from down there, so it was about 6 inches is what it said. I was thinking it was going to be junk, but there it is, guys. It's a nickel. Oh, come on, be good. Don't be a shotgun head stamp. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now that right there is getting got bad. Oh my.